I'm the content creator for SRV Theory. And I thought what I would do today, I won't be able to film any new content this week. We're having some renovations to the house done. We're having, our closets built out, which is going to take a couple days. So, thought what I would do is go live with you guys. And if you have any questions whatsoever, you guys are more than welcome to drop them. And I'll be here to answer that. But until then, say hello to my 10-month-old daughter, Eliana. She's right here, getting into everything. Say hi, Eliana. She's into her Yo Gabba Gabba right now. She loves this show. Again, I'm Alan. This is SRV Theory, and I'm doing a live session because I won't be able to film new content this week. We're having renovations to our house done. What's going on, man? So I thought what I would do today is kind of give you guys a rundown of my guitar setup, my guitars, amps, pedal board, and a little tour of my studio. So let's start with the amps, shall we? So this is my recently acquired Fender Tone Master Super Reverb. And, whoops, hang on a sec, guys. Have to keep the little one entertained. So why don't we do the Jack Black episode? There we go. Okay. So, where was I? Amps, right? So this is my Fender Tone Master Super Reverb. And it's a fantastic amp. I don't think I need to say anything more. It's a great amp. It gets really loud. But one of my favorite features is the back, right? So at the back, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it has a built-in attenuator. And this allows you to get that same tone that you would normally get at loud volumes without hurting your ears, right? So you have a few different choices. You have the half-watt setting, 1 watt, and then 5 watt, 12 watt, 22 watt, and then the full 45 watt, right? And what this does is it doesn't give you the same response from the speakers, but you at least get the preamp gain breakup at lower volumes, right? So then there's a line out, which is right here, and then there's a cabinet simulator. I'll explain why I have it off in a second, but you have a couple different choices. You have number one, which is a simulation of as if the Super Reverb was mic'd with a Shure SM57. And then number two is a simulation of a Royer 121 ribbon mic, okay? So, and then the speakers, those are Jensen's, as you can see. I think they're the P10 model, which I plan on getting switched out to JBL's, the JBL E110. So, and then right up here is my recently acquired Silver Street Headkeeper. And yeah, now some of you guys might be saying, well, it just kind of looks like a plastic tray. And I'm here to tell you it's not just any plastic tray. It's a vintage 1980s guitar accessory, okay? And I will say there's nothing like this on the modern guitar market. There's different, there's different accessory trays that you'll find and stuff, but they're not set up as conveniently as this. You can keep your drink here, keep your slides here, guitar picks, and it's great. Stevie Ray Vaughan had one on top of his amps, and for the longest time, I've racked my brain trying to figure out what in the hell this thing was. But and this is cool because it has a little tab underneath that allows you to slide this tray underneath the amp handle. So when you go to play real loud, it doesn't vibrate off the amp, right? It's very, very cool. And my amp settings right here, volume 7.5, treble all the way up, mid on 7, bass on 5.5, reverb on 4. And I use the vibrato channel simply because the vibrato channel has, from what I understand, it has an extra gain stage as opposed to the normal channel over here. And I use input number 1, and the reason why I use input number 1, from what I know, input number 2 is 6 dB lower in gain than input number 1, okay? So, in other words, you would use input number 2 if you have a guitar with humbuckers, like a Les Paul or any hollow body like a ES335. But for strats and tellies and single coils, input number 1 is the way to go, right? And then down here is my Vox limited edition AC15. Yeah, that's the name of it, AC15. And it's a great amp, a fantastic amp. It has a Celestion Creamback in it. And I bought this amp a couple of years ago, actually, when I used to be a worship guitarist. And as many of you guitar players out there know, Voxes are fantastic for worship style guitar tones, all right? And over here is my fancy schmancy pedal board, and over here is my Ibanez TS808 tube screamer. And the reason why I chose this over the TS9, Stevie Ray Vaughan was known for the TS9. The TS9, it sounds a little bit more brittle. The 808 sounds way smoother, more creamy. It sounds like butter, right? And then here's my Vox wah-wah pedal. And it's not just any Vox wah-wah pedal. This is the hand-wired version. It's got more of a sweep to it, and it's fantastic. It's got great components, and most importantly, it's hand-wired, right? So here are my guitars. These are my babies. These are my 3 favorite Strats. This is a Squier Classic Vibe 60s Strat. And I got this during the pandemic, believe it or not. And I changed the pickups out to Fender Pure Vintage 59s. And, you know, switched out all the electronics. They had plastic insulation, and it just... I wanted to get the real McCoy, if you will, for a vintage Strat. You know, their vintage Strats are so well made. So right here is a Fender American Vintage 2 1961 Strat in Fiesta Red. It's a fantastic, very, very well made instrument. I love the neck on it. It's got a thin coat of lacquer on it, so it's super smooth. And then this one right here, I'll just pull them out so you guys can see it. This is my Fender Pure American Vintage 2 1965 Strat. And I switched out the rosewood fingerboard neck to a maple neck. And I kind of model it. So keep in mind, guys, these guitars are inspired by the guitars Stevie had. They're not supposed to be exactly like Stevie had. I figured I would pick out guitars that are inspired by the real instruments that Stevie had. Um, so for these two guitars right here, I have 1150s strung up on it. And then this one, I have 1046s. So it's set up a little bit lighter, very similar to Stevie Ray Vaughan's Lenny Strat, right? Let's see what else we got here. So I use a brass slide, and I couldn't find a Mighty Might brass slide like Stevie used. So this one is from Fender, and it's pretty close, and it's just one big honking piece of metal, and it works really good. And then I have a glass slide, just in case I want to get those Allman Brothers, Dwayne Allman style guitar tones, right? And I use Fender medium picks. I have a whole bunch of them. They're all in my storage drawer. And then, let's see what we got here. So this is my guitar cable, and I use a Canary guitar cable with a Switchcraft silent plug. And in case you guys don't know, the silent plug is a genius idea, actually. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's this little pin right here that pushes in when you plug in the guitar to the output jack. So basically, the way a silent plug works, when it's unplugged just like this, there's no audio signal going to it. There's no 60 cycle hum, there's no buzz, there's no nothing. But when you plug the guitar in, this little button presses down, and then you have guitar signal. It's great for when you're changing guitars, and you don't get that, very, very cool. So once again, guys, my name is Alan from SRV Theory. I'm coming to you guys live, and new content. I promise you, I will be filming new content at the very start of next week. We're having some house renovations done and stuff. So if you have any questions, you're more than welcome to drop them in the chat. I'll be here with my 10-month-old daughter, who is right here. She's adorable, man. What you doing? You got your hockey puck? She loves Yo Gabba Gabba. And if any of you guys have kids out there, I would highly recommend Yo Gabba Gabba. It's music oriented. It's got a lot of great guests on there. It's, Jack Black is on one episode. Weird Al is on another episode. Who else? Biz Marquee is on it. It's super cool. Let's see. Again, if you guys have any questions about SRV Theory or about guitars, amps, getting tones, anything to do with music or guitars, I'm here to answer all of them. So I thought what I would do is explain a little bit about my recording setup. A lot of you guys have been asking about that. So what I do, it's going to sound a little bit complicated, but I assure you it's simpler than you think. So basically, let me see if I can, you know what? Here, I'm going to change the lighting here, just so you guys can see a little bit better. Let's see. So let's change that. Spandam Pudel. Not sure if that's how you pronounce it. Thanks a lot, man. That means a lot. It's been a long time coming. I started SRV Theory back in 2020, and back then it was just kind of like a little, I don't know, a little channel that, I play Stevie Ray Vaughan songs and people like him. But today, SRV Theory is so much, it's about so much more than that. Let's get some light going here. There we go. Okay. So, where was I? So, my recording setup, so what I do, and the large part of it comes from back here, okay? So, the Tone Master Super Reverb, it's got a line out, right? So what I do, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I have a direct box back here. And I have two different things going on. So back here, one line is coming from my pedal board. That's coming from my pedal board that goes in to the direct box. And then it goes out from the direct box to the Super Reverb. And then from the Super Reverb, I take a line out into my audio interface. And I have, as I mentioned earlier, I have the cabinet simulation turned off. And the reason why I do that, there's a real science behind it. So, as many of you know, at least in the earlier part of his career, Stevie Ray Vaughan used JBL E130s in his vibroverbs. Later on, he used EVM 15s. And anyway, so I take the line out from the Super Reverb and run it through a JBL E130 impulse response. And keep in mind, guys, that the Super Reverb and the Vibroverb are the same exact circuit. The speakers are just a little bit different. Of course, there's 4 10s and a Super, obviously. And then there's one single 15 in the Vibroverb. So, yeah, that's what I do. Let's see. How you doing, little one? Do you have a fuzz in Octavia? Yes, Zach, I definitely do. In fact, I'll show you right now. So, again, like I said, it's a little bit of a mess. We're moving things around. We're getting stuff done. But this is my very messy guitar workbench. This is where I normally work on my guitars up here. Anyway, so this is my Jim Dunlop Jimi Hendrix fuzz face, okay? It's a fantastic fuzz pedal. It's very, very good. And then up here is my Behringer Octavia pedal. Yes, it's $60. No, it's not a Roger Mayer. No, it's not a Tycho Brahe Octavia. But I tried it, and it sounds absolutely fantastic. It does the job well, and I don't see any problem with it. I've seen mixed reviews on it, and it's just, sometimes for some guitar players, it's the novelty of having something legendary like a Roger Mayer or a vintage Arbiter fuzz face. But, sometimes it is what it is. You just got to kind of work with what you got. But yes, I do have a fuzz face in Octavia. So I don't have them on my pedal board right now, only because I kind of need a bigger pedal board in order for everything to fit, and patching has to be done right and stuff. But Anyway, let me know if there's anything else you guys want to know. Let's see. Oh, I use, let's pull this out here. So I use Labella right now. Anyway, I'm using Labella guitar strings, and you know, I have, and this is, so I got In Session with Albert King, Family Style, Live at Carnegie Hall, Strike Like Lightning, Lonnie Mack, and Texas Flood. All great works, right? All right, little one. Okay. Hang on a sec, guys. Come here. Come here. It's okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. Come here. You're all right. You're okay. You're all right. You're okay. You're all right. I don't know. All of a sudden, she just started fussing out of nowhere. Yeah, if you want. Hang on a sec, guys. I'll be back in a few minutes. Hang tight. I have a 10-month-old daughter. I'm sure you guys will get it. Give me 2-3 minutes. All right, guys. Sorry about that. Uh, Again, I have a 10-month-old daughter, as you guys can surely imagine. It can get chaotic at times, but we just do the best we can, right? Zach, I have the Behringer Fuzz Bender. It does the fuzz face thing really well, especially with the treble bleed. Yeah. A big thing I look for in fuzzes is years ago I used to have a big muff, an Electro Harmonics big muff. Um, I the only thing I didn't like about it, it's very creamy, it's very smooth. The only thing I didn't like about the big muff is that when you roll off the guitar volume, it has a lower grind to it. It doesn't have that um, treble bleed, if you will, like a fuzz face does. So the fuzz face, that's the reason why I like the fuzz face. You could roll off the guitar volume, and it sounds absolutely fantastic. So again, let me know if you have any questions, guys. I'm all here for it. Let's see what else we have here. So let me show you guys my. Uh, Hang on. What is this doing here? Okay. Put this aside. So this is my podcast set right here. Um, I'm going to be filming new episodes of the SRV Theory podcast very soon, and this is what it will look like. And my favorite part is the cactus plants. That's my favorite part. Questions, comments, concerns, guys. Again, my name is Alan, and I'm the content creator for SRV Theory. And it's a pleasure to be doing this for you guys. Your support, every one of you, your support means the world to me. Man, this is really funny. So I did a TikTok live session yesterday, and I was getting questions left and right. Guess YouTube is a little bit different. Let me know if you have any questions, guys. All right, well, again, this is Alan from SRV Theory. I'm the content creator. If you guys don't have any questions, then I'm going to end this session and we'll try again later.